mellow tone, settling the groove.
Dialogue like velvet, see the wisdom as it moves. Spreading, coming round through the tapestry of sound. Casual combo circulates the globe, every voice in view renowned. Balancing the ledger, counting feelings in the sense. Elevating indie dreams, spotlighting each sentence. Bridging worlds with empathy, fluent in the truth. Finance to family, to mental health pursuits. No echo chamber, just reflections in the glass. Connecting dots from present pains to futures built to last. Every episode is sight for unity in subtle blends. Cocos in the rhythm, universal in the end.
Having that casual convo so you don't have to have the tough combo.
Let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo Show, where we have conversations about topics that affect the community, the personal, and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I'm your host, Coco, and joining me behind the scenes for today is Jude, the defendant.
Hey y'all.
And we also have the mayor of Asheville, Mr. More Than You Can See King. What it is? I'm in this peace sign. And then y'all know it's Monday because we got our I don't even know what to call you today. Our
Oh
problem child.
Lord. Problem child.
Mrs.
How much of a problem am I gonna cause
We never
today?
know what's gonna come out your mouth.
Say
You
the
know,
problem solver.
Yeah. That's all I do is I provide logical experiences to those who need. And I'm gonna start charging a fee for that.
Say it again with a straight face.
That is a straight face. Hell, I'm trying to make some damn money out here, giving people advice, and I'm like, it's right there in front. You got Chat GPT and whatever, and you don't know how to ask it a question. Come on, people, wake the fuck up.
Oh, you talking about your work?
No, people in general. Like, people, wake the fuck up. You got a pocket computer in your fucking pocket. Yeah, you the dog
Exactly.
agree.
Whoever dog book, I'm with you. Why are we getting yelled at?
Well, no one's getting yelled at. I'm just like, I don't understand people.
That was Q baby agreeing with him. His baby was agreeing with him. He was like,
he know. He stays away from people too, like I do.
Listen, you hear in the background going on. He got here number one support.
Right.
Last time we looked at Korean food, but
before we get into that, let's do the mental health check-in. Because it sounds like that's where Q need to go right now.
Where I need to go right now. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I've had quite a day today. Come on, Chip. Come on, buddy.
All right, I'll go first. I'm okay. That's the best I can say. I don't really have nothing major going on. I've been chilling. So, whoever want to go next?
I'm okay. That's all I gotta say. I'm okay. For real, man.
Wow, that's it. That's like hey then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain for real. I can complain, but I'm choosing not to today. You know?
Okay.
I've been making, do with what I can and letting other shit just be. I hate adulting, man. I really wish that I could just grow back to like being like a little hard-headed ass teenager who really didn't care. But then these teenagers seem way more stressed out than we was when we was young.
I don't know why.
Right, I don't know why either.
You ain't got no fucking bills.
Well, I know why.
All you gotta do is
because
make good grades.
Shit outside.
Huh?
It's dangerous as shit out in the world for them, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. And we got to find out a solution to these problems. That's why they come to me, and I tell them.
Oh yeah, go ahead. It's your mental health. It's your mental health check now. I'm done with mine. Go ahead.
For a nominal fee, I tell them, listen, this is what you need to do. My mental health is great. You want to know why it's great? You really want to know why it's great?
Yes, tell me why it's great.
When you have that mentality of don't give a fuck, things start to flow for you.
That is very true.
Because when you care, you put stress on yourself. Okay. I'm not going to put any more stress on I'm just going to let things flow. What comes to me is what comes to me. Mainly good, but some bad. And then again, some indifferent. I'm pretty much indifferent to all of it. But I'm doing great. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Doug, oh, hello, Doug Logan. And hey, J Bear. He said, "How did you make out in the snow?" It was okay. It wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. Before I keep going, Paul, you want to go?
Yeah, my mental health is fucked up.
Why?
I'm fucking with these damn doctors. And these motherfuckers, they don't know nothing about what the hell they doing. I mean, if I can tell this doctor my symptoms, and you gonna say, okay, well, we're gonna order you some X-rays. I get the X-rays taken. Today is what, Sunday? I got the X-rays taken Thursday. You didn't call me back Friday or nothing. Let me know about the X-rays. So now you didn't call me back today. So now I gotta call you tomorrow to ask what's going on with the X-rays. Now I said I told you what I feel is going on with me. So now why would you go trying to figure out there's something else going on? If I tell you that I'm having trouble with my legs walking, that they be numb and my hand it be numb. Sometimes my fingers just stay numb, my middle fingers stay numb. Then touching anything, especially cold shit, causing the pain in my arms or legs, whatever I bump against. I'm telling you what's going on. I'm saying I feel like I got the neuropathy coming on my body. And you're not paying attention to me. You don't want to give me nothing. So what I gotta do is find natural shit myself and start being able to use it because they're not giving me nothing. Find the natural shit myself and start using it and give myself physical therapy to keep my shit moving. But yeah, they got my. I'm really mad. I said, come these motherfuckers out here wanting to go and shoot motherfucking places up, doctors' offices, both post offices and shit like that. Because motherfuckers be trying. Excuse my language, but that's the real. Motherfuckers be trying. And it's all about money to them. And then I still gotta go have the damn biopsy on my prostate next month. And then after that, I gotta have the colonoscopy. So I'm saying, damn, y'all just, y'all want to take a brother down through it. And I wonder, is this why so many of our black men have died? Because they feel like, hey, shit, I'm not going to no doctor about all this shit there, colonoscopy, no prostate check and all that shit. I'm echoing for some reason. But
I think it's you're on your phone, and because yours the only one I can hear it with. Let me see. But go ahead.
Okay. But yeah. Okay, let me see. That's better. Yeah, I stopped. And yeah, brothers, y'all better get up off of it. Forget what you heard and go get yourself checked out. Because a lot of people dying. They dying young from this cancer. Colon cancer, especially that shit, colorectal cancer. Colorectal. The prostate, you have a decent chance of prostate on your let it just keep growing and growing. But you need to get this shit checked, brothers. That's it.
But hopefully,
Is absolutely right.
Right on. Yeah, that's right. So I agree with Paul.
all right. Well, shout out. Oh, hey, Daytrick. Daytrick said hello, folks. So we got
What's
Daytrick.
up? What's up,
Hello,
Daytrick?
Douglas Logan
Hey,
and
Bear.
Jackson. So I wanted
No.
to continue from last week. So we're talking about supporting small businesses, and the businesses that sent me their information from last week. I'm sorry, I got a message. From last week to this week was Pink Lotus Products. You can follow that page on Facebook, and she also has a website. So if you Google Pink Lotus Products, you'll be able to look at the website, see what they have to offer. I do stand behind the soaps, the oils, the hair oils, or everything. Also, we have Beautiful Rivers Natural Oils. Please follow their Facebook page, and then you can message them for like inquiries on like how to make purchases. She also does like different soaps, oils, baskets, body butter, scrubs, everything. Absolutely amazing. And then this person, the next person, I want us to keep her all in prayer. My close friend who has her own candle business, Ambiance Creations, and that's you can go to ambiancecreations.shop to check out her things. All orders are custom for when you order them. She's also going through a battle with cancer right now, so we want to also keep her in prayer and for her to keep going through what she's going through, plus have her business going. Shout out to her. Then we also have Dee Dee's Delicious Treats. You can go to Instagram and you can look at the videos, the pictures of her work. Not only does she does like baked goods, but she also decorates for parties, baby showers, bar mitzvahs, whatever you got. Just check her out. Matter of fact, she posted something today. It was for a 13th birthday party. It was beautiful, like completely beautiful. But if you go to Instagram you can go to Dee Dee's Delicious and look at the photos and videos. Then we have former co-host of the Casual Convo Show, The Real Bosco Productions. His album is out, Old Man Energy. You can also like the Facebook page for The Real Bosco Productions. You can download Old Man Energy on, Spotify, Apple Music, all major music platforms. He also came up last week and spoke about it. Then we have our brother, Richie, from the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast. You can let me take that back. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. And that's the Ricky Hicks Jr. Podcast. So that's that. And I was all tongue tied. I need a nap. I'm tired. All right. So I wanted to we had two topics that we didn't cover the last time. So we covered all the kinds of things as far as like doing the research, why people get into business, how to support businesses, and all those things. So if you want to check that out, that was last week's show. You can go follow it on YouTube and check it out. But this one, I wanted to talk about. We didn't go into the customer service piece of why some businesses fail, especially like small businesses. So we always talked about customer service up here. So I kind of wanted you guys to start it off, and then I'll kind of like chime in. I think I was talking really fast. Anybody can go.
I thought we discussed that because I thought we said people's attitudes and all that can make their customer service cause their business to fail. Oh, let me come back and tell you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how can they improve? How can
So
they
they-
improve customer service
So
though?
how they can improve it is to improve their attitude. If you out there, you out here trying to do business amongst people. I'm not saying you're doing business with people. You out here trying to do business amongst people. Then you gotta know how to carry yourself to get along with people in order to push your product. See, if you're doing business with people, they ain't gotta see you. You ain't gotta be all seeing them all up in their face doing business because you're just doing business with them. But when you're amongst people, you gotta have an attitude towards, hey, how you doing? I'm fine, good. You ain't gotta kiss ass. You just gotta know how to push your product. So that's the main thing I see with that. Cause like I said, a lot of people down here, they got business-minded attitudes to be amongst people. Because like I said, the black people down here, basically all they can do is set up pop-ups and stuff like that, have events like that, and have their food trucks and get their food trucks out in the public. But they ain't got no business, no brick and mortar business where they can go ahead and set up shop. So they're gonna be amongst people, and they all have real good, all except for a few, especially the person that can't cook. But they all have great business attitude to be dealing with people. That's what I can say about the people down here. The thing is, though, most of them women.
Down here for
I mean,
somebody who may
in Asheville, North Carolina. But yes, so you come down here, you get some great treatment from the people that down here doing business. There's a lot of them, and most of them women, but it's a lot of them doing business down here. And they all got great business attitudes. You mentioned Beautiful Rivers Natural Oils. That's Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany is great. Then you got Tiffany that does the baking at TJ's and does it. But I'm not gonna go ahead. I gave people a chance to get on there and put their names on and come on there and bring their business stuff so they can push their business. But my thing is, hey, if you want to make your business successful, the same thing with your shops. You gotta be business minded. It's all about your mentality towards working with pop-ups, anything like that. Working amongst people, you gotta make sure you got a business mind where you want to get your money. Oh, and don't be selling nobody no bullshit ass products. That shit there, hey, all you gotta do is sell somebody some bullshit ass products one time. The word get out. Your business is done. Don't
I
be out
think
here.
I'm gonna go a step further. I think a lot of small businesses, and especially when it's not even just the Black community, but like any different ethnic businesses, they have a mindset of your people supposed to support you regardless, and they forget that people have a choice of where they can spend their money. So you can't have, I agree with Paul, you can't have a nasty attitude, or as soon as someone come into your business or reach out to you for your business, you have an attitude. Like, how do you have an attitude when, I'm asking or I'm coming to you to spend some money or to support you? That makes people not want to spend with you. And then the first thing some people will say is, everybody want to come in but don't want to spend no money. No, maybe it's the attitude of either you or your employees that's turning people off. Because that, if the person don't feel welcome, they don't want to spend their money with you. And I think sometimes it's like some, not all, because a lot do great businesses. But for me,
Is that the
that's
dog? I didn't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off,
it's
but
a
is that
dog.
the dog?
Yeah, that's true.
like
Okay.
it's a I
I
think it's
can't
a
hear
big
it.
thing. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think
Okay.
that's like a big thing for small businesses are thinking that people are obligated because you're a small business, but want you to accept below mediocre customer service. And I think that's the one thing. But I think everybody should maybe study like business or business books or something like that when you want to start it up, because that'll also help you out, because customer service goes a long way. Because if I walk into, or if I see your business online and I reach out to you and you get smart with me, no, you can save it. I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
And
I'm in
that's how it
agreement.
should be sometimes. I ain't even realize I was on mute.
Yeah. I'm in total agreement. I'm in total agreement. You don't want to sell people the bullshit products, first and foremost. You got to make sure you always got the goods. Okay. Second, yeah, attitude is very important in all of this. Attitude is supposed to be, but not every day is going to be a sunny day. And there may be other things in question that's playing on the customer's attitude. Maybe he's, his house burnt down. Or, maybe he or she found out he just got, get ready to have a baby and they ain't the husband's baby. Different type of stresses. Okay. That affects people. But a lot of times, we tend to walk stone faced. We tend to walk, with stress held in our chest, and then it comes out on the wrong person. Yeah, we apologize for that. But the customers have to recognize as well that we're human too. When people call in
Explain
complaining,
that.
cursing, huh?
I mean,
Yeah,
explain it.
like people calling in, cursing you out. Yeah, service is like shit. It ain't working. I've been on this motherfucker 3 days. Like, right off the gate, that we getting off to a bad start. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Because you came off with negative energy. So you
Are
want
you talking
me
about this
to,
business in general or just
yeah, in
specifically
general,
small, small business? Okay.
in general, you have to learn to control yourself so that you don't choke that motherfucker. Some days I do want to jump through the phone and choke a motherfucker because I don't like stupidity at any level. You must have some sort of product knowledge in order to know what you're talking about. When if I'm a business owner and I'm selling you the product that you know about and you still haven't read up on the terms and conditions, the instructions on how to, it may be a pair of headphones, simple pair of headphones, pair it. and you still don't know what you're doing. And you cursing me out saying that I had these headphones 3 days and I ain't connected them. I don't know how to connect them. Your shit sucks and everybody else got the same headphones they can connect. I'm like, that sounds like a you problem to me. That sounds like somebody who didn't read the instructions. That sounds like someone who did not pay attention to what they were reading. Because it tells you step by step how to do things. Right?
Your job get on your goddamn nerves.
Listen, I was getting ready to say the same thing. I was going to let you finish. Maybe we need to find something where you don't work with people. Because I think that's another important piece.
Yeah, that's a
When
very
you're
important piece.
Listen, for real.
You gotta like people, and I ain't saying like people, but you have to like working with the public. And I think that's
Yeah.
since we're gonna bring in the overall corporation of it all into the small business, I think it's also important to know when we choose certain fields and you got to deal with the public. That's unfortunately what comes along with it. But also the play devil's advocate, which y'all know I always do. Because we know, we expect for our clients or consumers to know. They don't always know. And unfortunately, Q, that's why you there. So the question seems so stupid because
Listen.
I'm just hear me out. Because
I'm hearing you out.
I to see me coming. So I feel your pain, but at the end of the day, I will try what I know. But this is not my lane.
I am trying what I know.
See, like he said, though, the first thing that happens. Let me be the devil's advocate for a moment on that. Let me be the devil's advocate on that for 1 minute, Q. Because like he said, they start out wrong. Now, if you're gonna call somebody and you got a complaint about something that you got from them, you don't want to call cussing them out. Like he said, first thing they did was,
I wasn't speaking on that part, though. I mean, but you can elaborate on that. But just to clarify, I was just going into the other last part of what he said.
Well, yeah, he's still the intermediary, whatever you call them, the intermediary for that part C to get over here to A. So he's B, because they got to come through him to know about A. But yeah, still, ain't nobody gonna be having put up with nobody's bullshit. Don't be calling me, cussing me out. Let me see what the problem is first, and let me get a chance to tell you what's going on. But don't call me talking crazy, because you will get it. And he's right. Enough. You still gotta know how to do.
He said he summed it all up.
I definitely agree. But we don't, as we can see, we don't live in a perfect world. Granted, I get it, and I'm not giving an excuse for it because I'm the same person. But we also have to understand when we need to recuse. Because one, I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I know how to remove myself from the situation. Granted, people have a bad day; it's not on me. But I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody. I know how to get
his job. It's his job to work with them people, though. So he might have to get better.
But I work with them. At the end of the day, you don't have a thing, but you can say you can't pass it off. If this person,
no. When I can't fix it, that's what I do. I pass the shit off because I'm not gonna sit there for 30 minutes telling someone that bought a smart TV that's 85 years old, right? Just bought their first smart TV and how to program their remote. Mm-hmm. Okay, and when they had the technician out there installing the shit, he or she could have asked that person, all right, program the TV and the remotes right then and there. Now we got to play Mother Goose guessing games. What TV you got? Got to look it up and try to figure out where he up there like fumbling with the buttons. I'm like, damn, man, they didn't tell you anything when they came out there. No, customer education is very important. Okay.
No, before you finish, I'm going off of what the scenario Paul gave me because I definitely understand that. So if somebody calls you irate before you even get to that point, I get the frustration.
Yeah.
Shoulda, coulda. But if someone calls you and they're like going off the deep end, because usually that person is like either unhelpful. Y'all don't have like a handoff policy or some type of stipulation where you can recuse yourself from that.
Like I said earlier, if I can't fix that shit in 30 minutes, I pass this shit off because I'm not
can't fix it.
Nah,
I'm saying,
even if they come off wrong or whatever, I tend to ignore it. Okay, because this person don't really know who the fuck they're talking to on this other end of the line. Okay, let's get that point. Let's get that factually correct right now. Um, I will strangle a motherfucker
we're
cursing
not
me out
going
over
to
the
the
phone.
triangular piece. So this is going to be a constructive one. So you got an irate person. You said you ignore them, which most people
Yeah, I tend to
ignore
because,
nothing.
like I said, they don't know who they talking to on the line. And sometimes I will go back and forth with them because the customer isn't always right.
And that's very much true. What I'm asking is, y'all don't have something. If you need to remove yourself, I get it. You sit in it because you can ignore people. But if is there like something like, look, I'm not, and you hand it off to somebody else, or are you expected to just sit in it? I guess is my question.
Oh no, I don't sit in shit. It's your call now, player. I'm out. I'm on to the next one because the less stress I have, like I keep saying, the thing about my gig, which I like, is you can bring your own computer. Cause ain't nobody want to sit in front of theirs 8 hours a day taking phone call after phone call after phone call. They got TVs up there when it's slow. But I'm like on the computer because, like I said, I'm about to pivot into another direction because I kind of know how IT works. It's like a age thing because the older you are, the more experienced you are. They're trying to push you out of it because either A, you can't keep up with the newer technology. That's what they're thinking is, or you've outclassed everything and you want to be bored. You see what I'm saying? So I figured what I was going to do was go get my HIPAA cert, which I'm working on, and go get that bloodborne pathogen cert, which I will be working on. And once I get those two certs, do your own thing. See how you fly on your own because you are kind of smart. If I can make X amount a day, like say for instance, I'm gonna give you a number about that medical courier because that's some good money in that. First, you can start if you got a sedan or SUV or whatever, perfect for you, or a truck, perfect. You can make $250 a day. Times that by 5 days. That's what, 1250. In 2 weeks, you have what, $6,000, right? Now, of course, you're going to set aside money for taxes. You're going to set up a separate account for your taxes.
Well, pay taxes. This Donald Trump's
Right.
presidency.
Yeah. But you know what? I think if you're a business owner, you require, I think, 35, 40%, some shit, something like that, because the regular citizens at 30%. Regular citizens at 30.
Yeah. And they starting to go up on the websites and everything else now.
Yep. And I said, I can make more money doing this than what I'm doing now. And I don't have to work as much because you can do your jobs and like you just got to go pick up scriptures and run them over the here and there, and you know what I'm saying. In 5 hours you would have made what you would have made in more than a day. I was like, okay, so every 3 months, what I'm gonna do is set aside the money. When I get paid from it, set aside the money, set aside some money, and put it into a separate account. That's what I pay taxes out of. Pay taxes out of that account. Every 3 months, that's what you do. You send in money, your tax money,
Well, since you're
because
talking about the taxes, can I add the last question in before we can get
yeah,
into other stuff? Because I think it kind of ties into because you're going into the taxes with the changes to like regulations for small businesses, AI, tariffs. Because the tariffs pretty much affected like the low-supply and increased the cost of goods and all of that good stuff. So we see a
yeah.
lot of people spending more than what they make to stay afloat now, especially when you are a small business owner and you're just trying to make it. How do you think How do you think that's affecting the small businesses? Two, do you think they can be successful in today's economy with all of the changes? And then three, give like some solutions of what they could do.
No, the tariffs don't work
No,
because it's a tax. It's a tax on the citizens of the country. It doesn't work because what they do is pass it off to the consumer anyway, right? They pass everything off to the consumer. That's why. That's why your grocery bill. You used to walk out with a cart full of shit with, I say, $200. Cart full of shit. Not so much now.
Yeah, those days are long fucking gone.
You know what I'm saying? I tell people to go back and study the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. I think it was Truman. No, it wasn't Truman. It was McKinley, I think. I can't remember. Remember who was the president at that time. They instilled a tariff system. That's what accelerated to the Great Depression. What we are witnessing now is America eating itself. The country is about to be bankrupted.
yeah,
We
we
have
owe like a
already,
lot of people.
huh?
I said we do owe a lot of people, but I just think it's going to.
Exactly.
But what the go back to the strictly for the small business owners, what I think a lot of times what's happening, and we're seeing like a lot of them struggling now,
Yeah.
is because others such the increase, and people now debating whether to pay BGE, get food, or get all these other things. So whatever your business is, because you have to spend more, you have to make a price change or something to get into it. But then you have consumers who are like they want to support but maybe can't because their money is tied up and everything. So I get where you going with the reason behind like the tariffs and all that stuff. But I think a lot of small businesses are suffering one because of that. And it's like
But you know what though?
they gotta make a way and all of that stuff too. But then
Right.
sometimes some of the prices just may not be
You
like
know what though?
nobody's pay is
You
really going up, but everything else around us is.
you know what though? Also the reason why like your electricity is going up, that not only because of the winters, the harsh winter. You also got to think about AI, how much power that consumes, because it comes from data centers. Data centers require a lot of electricity. That's how they justify jacking up bills. You see what I'm saying? That's how they justify that shit. It's going to get worse for small businesses. Pretty soon there won't be any. It's just going to be big box stores and corporations running everything like it is now. That's how the United States was founded. It was founded through trading companies, aka corporations.
Before you start the corporations, because I was trying to stick some, we want to end the part with the support the small business, but I want to mention them too because we going into other.
Mm-hmm. It
So
affects everybody. It's going to affect
no, no, no,
everyone.
I know it do, but I kind of wanted to specifically stick with them for a second before we went into the other thing,
Mm-hmm.
just to give them their own shine. So please support these businesses. Pink Lotus products. You can go follow them on their Facebook page.
Oh,
Also Google.
shout out and also I meant to give you a shout out. Hey, shout out to Bosco from the Bronx. Yo, for real. People, listen to me on this. If you are a jazz enthusiast, if you are a hip hop enthusiast, this is the man to go to. This is the man that I'm going to have to help out because I want to help him out because he's got talent. Very talented artist. Should have been out years ago, but Better later than never. That's my motto. Small business owners, yeah, we consider to be the backbone of the whole shit. But if you take out the backbone, what do you have in a body? Your organs collapse upon each other. You're just a blob. You don't have a foundation. They're trying to rip away the foundation. They already started with the families. They've been doing that with us in the families.
Can I finish? Let me just say these ones and then we can go into that one. All right. So Pink Lotus Products, you can follow her Facebook page or you can visit her website. Just Google Pink Lotus Products. Also, Beautiful Rivers Natural Oils. You can follow her Facebook page and she has videos of how she makes her products and you can reach out to her to make a purchase. Also, Ambiance Creations, they do candles, wreaths, body oils, body scrubs, baskets. Everything is made to order. That's you can go to ambiancecreations.shop and check out the website. Also, Dee Dee's Delicious Treats. You can go to Instagram at Dee Dee's Delicious Treats and look at the photos, the videos, and you can also hit her up for your decorations for your parties, weddings, any event that you may have and may need someone to decorate for. Also, we have the Real Bosco Productions. Please go follow that Facebook page. He just released his album, Old Man Energy. You can check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, any music platform. You can stream it, download it, whatever you want to do. Also, my bro, Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast. You can like, comment, and subscribe. Check them out on YouTube. They talk about everything sports from football, baseball, soccer, basketball, boxing, anything. Check them out. Great personalities, and you get some good stuff. Okay, now go for what y'all know.
How shall we start this?
You was already starting. I just wanted to get that out before we went because I knew where it was going. Go ahead and finish.
How shall we start this?
Okay, can we start with this one? Because I know you was talking about the tariffs and stuff. So, but let's just get a little deeper. So, have you seen? Is it New Mexico with the cartel?
Yes.
I have been paying attention.
Puerto Vallarta.
What happened?
Just Mexico, not New Mexico.
Oh, it's not okay. Mexico.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, y'all president put the forehead out. So they killed the cartel guy. Now everybody they are like kidnapping, killing Americans, like American terrorists. Not terrorists, damn. That's not the word. What's the word I'm looking
American
for?
citizens.
Citizens.
American citizens.
Travelers. What are they called? Tourists. That's what I meant.
Tourists.
Tourists. Tourists. So, what are y'all thoughts?
They killing more than Americans. They declared war. The cartel declared war against the U.S. and the Mexican government. They shutting shit down over there. I mean, that's how they get down in them other countries. It ain't none of my business.
They've been doing that.
Yeah.
They've been doing that. Why you think you got shows like Cartels and everything dealing with the Mexican mafia out? They've been doing that. That's years, decades. That's why I don't understand why Americans want to go to dangerous places. Not us, but them. Why would you want to go there? You might not make it home. You ever think about that? You might get kidnapped. They might put your head on a fucking turtle that had explosives on it. No, it's a definite no. Definitive no. Not a whole lot of no. Not in the history of ever will you catch me down there. When they got motherfuckers end up missing. Motherfuckers go over there. I'm gonna go to Slovakia. You don't never hear from me ever again.
Excuse me, y'all. Shit. My bad.
Fucking around in them foreign countries. They don't want your ass there.
Well, especially like in Mexico, though, it's been shit going on over there.
Yeah.
You know, they've been at war with, back and forth with the drug shit. The cartel heavy. The cartel is a big influence there, you know. And when it comes to, the US involvement, because the reason why the US is, part of it is because the US supposed to have aided the Mexican military into assassinating him or whatever. I don't know. I just, it's just enough shit going on here. Anything to get us away from the motherfucking Epstein files and doing what the fuck need to be going on in this motherfucking country. That's just how I feel about it. Like, it's just another motherfucking thing. Like when they stole the oil, where's the oil? It's just another fucking thing. They killing people. Did they ever get that president back yet?
You know what the oil? You know what the oil
I heard
is?
the oil went to Ukraine. Is that
No, the
true?
oil sitting over in the motherfucking fall out of the place. Wait,
Yeah, it's just
up in the bank account. Oil has been
It,
sold, and the money's
yeah.
in the bank account for Trump.
it's in that Qatarian bank account because
no, that's
yeah,
what I was saying. Like, it's just another thing. Like, this is just another motherfucking thing to add to the list of something to keep us distracted from all the other
but
shit that's really going on. That's just
yeah, but you know what though? When that prince got arrested over in England, all right, that set Trump off a little bit because he was like, "Damn, they coming after princes. They can come after presidents." And when that Senate and House get together and impeach his ass, then rubber meets road.
Well, what's going on with over there in England is they don't even really want that what is it called, monarchy, whatever.
Because
they don't even want that shit no
they don't
more.
have
So,
any power, any real power. That's why
yeah,
it's ceremonial. That's really what it is. It's performative.
yeah.
It's very performative because they've always had it, right? And throughout the history of even like back in the medieval times, well, really it started from serfdom and feudalhood, and the kings were the rich. It's a class system. It's the same thing that's going on now. The middle class is holding everything together, but we're getting crushed by the rich and the elite. We're all going in a sinkhole. The rich people think they ain't going in that sinkhole, but the more you lower the ground, the deeper you start realizing you're in it too. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So now what's going on with this situation? They already know he fucked up the economy. First and foremost. Jobs created. Man, listen. I looked at that index about the jobs created because that's a key indicator on who you want to support next. This guy hadn't created a single fucking job. Everybody's out of fucking work, or they're barely making enough payment to just cover fucking rent. There's something wrong with this picture. There's homeless people all over the fucking place now. Motherfuckers living in hotels, RVs, just out in the street. This is like I said, this is like what that movie Soylent Green was talking about. I told people to watch that movie, Soylent Green, SOYLENT GREEN, Soylent Green with Charlton Heston. What you are seeing now is the beginning of what's to come, what's possibly to come. If you don't get this guy out of office and his cronies, if he's already been impeached, how many times? Twice, right? And he survived them.
In his first term.
Yeah, in his first term. That's right, Paul. In his first term. I think he got impeached twice. I can't remember. Right. But I know he got impeached.
You're right.
And they still allow him to sit in the office? Really? So you might as well take the Constitution, ball the shit up, throw it in the garbage. Might as well wipe your ass with it and then throw it in the garbage. Because you have broken what you wrote, what you have lived by. You've broken the code in which you live by. You know what I'm saying? You've broken that code. Now you try to unwalk this dog that's already been out pissing, shitting everywhere and fucking everything up, just going in other people's yards, shitting in their yard, when they ain't got shit to do with it. But you go pissing in the yard. Guess what? Guess what? Somebody's gonna put that dog out the pasture. Whether it be the animal control, whether it be the deranged dude that's on the corner, ain't got shit to do. He's staring outside all day with a gun pointed at the fucking window. You know what I'm saying? This guy cannot survive these next 2 years. He's already a lame duck. That's why he's doing all he can. When you're in your second term of your presidency, you are basically a lame fucking duck. You ain't really doing shit. You coasting at this point. He's just coasting a little bit too hard at this point.
Well, you know they killed the guy down at the Mar-a-Lago from North Carolina.
Yeah.
They said he done ran up on the property when Trump and them out of what, in Europe somewhere. He done ran up on the property, snuck up on the property with a shotgun. So now y'all saying the man that got up on the property, y'all saying he dropped whatever he had in his hand, but he aimed the shotgun at y'all and y'all took him out. That's what y'all say happened. I mean, who's to say that's happened? Who's to say that's what happened? Y'all done killed the man, so he can't say what happened. How in the hell is this man? He was 21 years old from down here in the country part of North Carolina up here. I think they said Camden, something like that. 21 years old and drove to Florida. He done snuck in past the guard, the security down there.
Right.
Got on the grounds. And they done finally caught up with him. And he aims his gun at them and they take him out. So now I'm saying, if this is true, we already know that they setting people up. I believe they setting people up to be fall people for saying they try to take the president out, Trump. I don't know. But they killing these people. They just send that one motherfucker to life in prison. The one that supposedly just aimed a gun at the golf course. They gave him life in prison so damn quick, they say. I don't know. But shit, just you gotta keep your eye on this shit right there with these people. But I mean, the guy, they might be people trying to take him out. For real. I don't know. But they ain't allowed to talk about it.
Iran already said that if a certain stipulation comes about, we go to war, we release some tapes. I was like, Did Iran have the capability of hacking into certain shit, or was it a tape that was passed around? That's the question I'm trying to figure out. Because if there's a tape floating around, of course, the list is shit floating around too. But they're heavily redacting that shit to try to distract people. That's why Bondi is a fucking idiot. She's going to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Your ass is going straight to fucking jail. Bars. Okay? Not candy bars, not monkey bars, not piano riff bars, not bars that you drink out of. Bars. Hard, cold steel. When you hear that door slam at night, you hear them screams, you better be scared. You better be prepared to fight for your life, because they're going to get your ass. That's a high, that they're going to have to put her in a special security cell by herself, because she's a high target at that point. You know what I'm saying? She's a high target. All of them going to jail. All of them. Kristi Noem going to jail. They all going to jail. Watch. Trump wanted J.D. Vance to grant him immunity in case something like this happened. He goes to jail. He gets immunity. He gets out. He's pardoned. Now, take both of the some bitches out. Who can do the pardon then? The pardon's only between president and vice president. Nobody else can pardon anyone that high. See what I'm saying? The trust has been broken at that point. So All them people going to prison. Stephen Miller. I don't understand a self-deprecating Jew. I don't understand how that works. He's a self-deprecating Jew. He's the one that's writing all this shit, writing all these he's executing what is Project 2025 all about. It's about reclaiming white supremacy. It's about reclaiming quote unquote, this is our land. No, it's not. No, it's not. You just came here and you took shit from other places to make it comfortable for you. That shit stops today. Since you want your own land or whatever, you go to Missouri or wherever the fuck you want to go. They find out after about 2 months they couldn't hack it. Those white supremacists, right? They couldn't hack it. They wanted their own towns. I was like, shit, give them their own town. Build a circle around that motherfucker. They cannot go beyond this perimeter since they want their own shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how they survive. They won't, because they got to get shit imported from the outside, and shit came from other sources. Yeah, they ain't gonna go out there and source anything. They're gonna try to steal the shit and claim it's theirs, like they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? like they've been doing, but they realize they don't have shit because they ain't shit. They can't build. They conquer. They take. What do they contribute to society? White supremacists. Nothing. They're miseducated. They're misguided. They're misled. And they just missing the fucking boat. Good for them. Get them the fuck out of here.
Why is everybody taking people to jail, arresting them, picking them up for questioning whatever, and these other places taking them to jail and keeping them in jail in other places as well, except for here in this country? That's part of the Epstein file shit.
Yeah.
They take them over to jail. They ain't playing. They hit another guy in the head over there besides the former Andrew known as Prince. They didn't hit somebody else over in the head over there. But somewhere else they hit Norway or somewhere else, but I'm not keeping up too much with it. I just know they're going to jail constantly. They got the little low-level offenders over here in America that they take to jail. These little country-ass judges and bumpkin-ass motherfuckers in the nowhere land. They got them. They start picking them up and take them to jail. But the big pile of shit, motherfuckers that's over everything, ain't none of them being touched. They not even being questioned. They got the old man that they had questioning. He was supposed to be telling them some old shit, and the lawyer told him just keep his mouth shut and don't say fucking more than one word or whatever. He'd kick his ass, some old crazy shit. But I'm saying, hit some of these big fishes in the head. I bet as soon as you start hitting them in the head, then they're going to start talking. They're going to start talking, singing like a bird.
They already started to talk.
Yeah, they're going to be singing like a bird.
They're already starting to say, you notice how his base is starting to leave him.
Yeah, they already singing and telling on each other.
Well, they ain't putting nobody in jail over here though. Not no big wigs.
Not yet.
Yeah, see they probably be scurrying like little rats now. They still standing up. They probably scurrying like little rats trying to get off the sinking ship. Cause the rats gonna try to leave the ship before they go down with it. Only the rats can't swim. But so far.
Well, they better get some life jackets because they coming. They ain't gonna lock nobody up though. I don't think they're gonna lock people up.
Look.
They need to. That's the only way they're gonna be able to prove that they doing something. Cause they ain't even investigating nobody. She done shut down shit. They ain't even investigating nobody. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I read somewhere that I know that Trump was mad about the Supreme Court.
One second, because I was trying not to cut y'all off, but I don't I want to read the comments. Paul asked me to read them. Can I read the comments real quick, please?
Yeah.
Before you go further.
Mhm.
So we're going to go back from the beginning. Douglas Logan said, "Good evening, family." And then he said, "How did you make it out in the snow?" I think I read those earlier. And then Jabez said, "Hello, fam, Jude, Paul, and Honorable Coco."
Hey, man.
Datrix said, "Hello there, folks." And then I guess when we were talking about the mental health check-in, Jabez said, "Mine's great." And then Datrix said, "Nothing much." Oh God, let me make this big. This one says, "Small businesses often fail due to a combination of financial, strategic, and operational issues. Key reasons include running out of cash, low customer demand, poor management, and experience. A staggering 82% of small businesses failures are due to cash flow issues, while others frequently cited reasons are lack of market need, excessive debt, or an inability to adapt to changing markets." That's when we were talking about the small businesses and economy and all that good stuff. Then Jabez said, "Damn, Q, you want to talk about it?" And then Doug said, "Heavy question." And then we have another. Matrix said, "Key reasons for small business failure." I guess he did a continuation from the first one. So it says financial mismanagement, the top cause, cash flow issues. 82% of businesses fail due to cash flow problems, such as not having enough money for daily operations, payroll, and inventory, insufficient capital, starting with too little money, or underestimating expenses leads to failure. Pricing problems, pricing products too low, or conversely too high to be competitive. Market and consumer misalignment, no market need development. I think there's some more, but I gotta go to it. That was a good one. I mean, I didn't see that one earlier. Then I can't remember what was actually being talked about, but Doug said no. And then I forgot who. I think it was. I don't know if it was Paul. He said, "Wow, sir." I don't know what that one was about. And then I think I was trying to figure out, and I asked what happened. And then let's. I guess he said, "Let's talk about 50 and Ti." Okay, yeah, that's what he said. Let's talk about 50 and Ti. And then uh, Doug said his perspective gives no positive hope. Both sides negatives. What's the resolution that leads to a positive change?
As far as Trump goes, there is no redeeming quality about this man.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of switching topics. So I can't remember.
But there is no redeeming quality about this man. None.
Dad, you up here? Can you come up? Because I kind of want to give context. Because I want to know what exactly was the point that was to give some insight. Because I can't remember when it was.
What did he say? What was the positive? What on Donald Trump?
No, I don't know if it was Trump, because there were a couple of things that was talked about because I had to go back and read that comment. So y'all kind of switched two different things. That's why I said I was trying not to cut anybody off, but I was trying to make it make sense. So
his perspective gives no positive hope.
What's the resolution that leads to a positive change? So I guess he's saying that we're going to speak on the negative portions. Also,
the positive,
some enlightenment on a possible resolution.
The only positive resolution is they get rid of this man, because this man is on a destructive ass course to take the United States down. It ain't united in the
Thanks for
first damn
letting
place.
me
But
know.
he's on a destructive course to take the country down. Just like his damn businesses. I don't know if I'm echoing again, since you might turn me down. But just like the business that he done had and took down into the ground. That's what he's doing with the country. What happened to all that damn money he made from The Apprentice or whatnot, from the TV show The Apprentice? What happened to all that money? What happened to all the money he had invested back in the USFL back in the day when he was paying Herschel Walker all that money to pay for New Jersey Generals? All the shit he done been involved with. What happened to the hotels and shit? All the shit that man has been involved in business-wise has hit the motherfucking rock bottom.
Not to cut you off, Paul, but he said my question was about Mr. Clinton's comments
Oh,
overall on the things that are going wrong with this administration. Before you go, Q, just to chime in a little bit, part of the issue is one, them people voted him in, whoever voted for him, and it was some of us too who voted him in, which is part of the problem. So we gonna put blame, we gotta put blame on everybody. That includes the people in our community, the other ethnic communities who thought he was gonna be the best thing since sliced bread. And then we had so many people who all of this stuff, since we like to bring social media into it, who was sitting around posting voting don't matter. It don't matter if I ain't voting for shit. I'm not. We gotta call them out. So part of the problem is also that mindset too. I think we gotta call everybody out. That shit is happening because when people voted it in, we knew exactly what he was going to do. He was honest about who he was. Even his last go around, and I said it several times again. We knew he was going to do this when he came into office. So we got to do better as a community to make sure we try to turn some type of tables or do something. Oh, but that was
you
for you.
say
Go ahead.
you call a spade a spade. So I guess if you can call a spade, then you can call a coon, right? When you
Mhm.
say some people in the community was voting for him, you got to call a coon. That's what it was. Because look at all them black folks that was singing his praises and shit. I know Tim Scott from down in South Carolina. There was somebody else from Kentucky. There was another black man. There was one down here, but they wrote his ass off. He was running for the governor. I know they weren't gonna vote his black ass, whether he was a Trump man or not. They weren't gonna vote for his black ass to be the governor. But anyhow, all these black guys that was singing the songs for him, ain't none of them got a spot in the White House with Trump in his administration.
Wait. He just told you the truth. That's the Bell Bassville.
but yeah, none of them.
Yeah, but that's part of the
Yeah.
problem that we're going through and we're experiencing it now. And I said this before he even got in office. I think before all you guys were up here,
Hmm.
even his last one. We get quick to fuss about what's going wrong, but we don't put our voices up when it needs to be. And we all seen all of that, but we can complain about this. But some people voted that we knew what was going to happen if he got in there. So, like I said, this is a time where we do need community together. And as much as people say if anything was to happen to him, it ain't gonna get no better because we got Vance. He just as worse.
See, we
So
ain't them. They.
yeah,
We
see,
ain't
that's
them.
what you Q. He said there's nothing positive about Trump. My statement was in reference to a resolution beyond Trump, Vance, and anybody else in the government that's corrupt.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'll answer that question. That's a great question. If you take down the system, what do you replace it with? That's the grand question nobody seems to answer here. Okay? We're too big to be a socialist country because socialist countries like who have sparse populations, it works for them. Like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, they're all socialists. Free healthcare. The reason why is because the taxation rate is a little bit higher, but they get all this shit covered. They got to keep up with the rest of the world in GDP and all the other shit. But it works because of the population sizes. Compared to it's almost 300 million people here versus maybe 54 million in Denmark. So you got to do something socialism, it's good, but it's not good. Yeah, you're not paying for anything, and your surgery I think is free or discounted at a deep discount. But you may be waiting like 3-4 months to go get that shit. In America, as capitalist as America is, is anyone surprised what Donald Trump is? He's a capitalist. He capitalizes on situations. That's how he made his money. That's how he makes his money. He sees laws that he could skirt around to get what he got to get some sort of advantage for himself, even if it means screwing over his best interest. It's always been about him. Now, what do you replace it with? Who do you replace? Do you keep the same government? Because if you keep the same government, the potential for doing the same shit is still going to be there, because not everybody is going to be removed. If you remove everybody, who you going to replace them with?
I'll tell you one
I
thing
think
they
I
can
got
do.
a question, but I think it might be it's for both of y'all. But I know Paul going nail it. So even with that said, and I definitely agree with you. Like, who do you replace it with? So I want to kind of flip the question just a little teeny bit. So what would be your suggestion if you had to give your thoughts on what we can do as a community today to stick together? Because we already know ain't nothing up there going to change because of the people in office. It's not, none of this is for us or nobody else. What would you suggest for the community to do during this time to maybe come together, just to be better for us?
Well,
I can't put it into words.
community education is always the cornerstone to anything. Okay, like shit. Try to like sit down and network instead of mean mugging one another. Oh, I voted for Trump. I voted for Biden. Fuck you. I'm gonna beat your ass because you did exactly what I didn't want you to do. Well, how did I know that you wanted me to do it if you never told me what you want me to do? See, everybody's like a lot of backbiting. Cut all that shit out. We're stronger as a community when we all work together instead of working against one another. You see the protests that have been going on in the country. They're getting larger and larger and larger. People are starting to wake up to what's going on with this administration. And we tried to tell them from the first term, but we want him in anyway because he makes money and blah, 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 blah. Okay. This guy made his money bankrupting other things around him, corrupting other things around him in order to get to his ultimate goal, which was to make the lion's share of the money. He's going to do the same things in the United States. Told you that back in 2016 when he got elected? And he was surprised he got elected. He was surprised he won. He thought he was going to get slaughtered. But people wanted this because it's all about money for them. Money is their God. Okay? Same thing with 2024. Of course he stole the election. Of course he did. Because he can't stand not being in power. He's trying to also start a war because in a wartime situation, the president cannot be removed. It doesn't matter if he's been impeached. He can't be removed because he's in the act of conducting war. Now, if that war is unauthorized by Congress, yeah, he's going to jail. Directly. Do not pass go. He's going. It doesn't matter. Him and his cronies, they all half of them gonna see the upper room. They're gonna be seeing that. Watch what I tell you. Watch.
Paul, what would be your suggestion?
Well, in the community, I would say people got to shake off that resigned feeling, or they can't do nothing, that their voices don't mean nothing. Because people have become so accustomed to being suppressed, that they just feel like they're resigned to what they did, where they at. Is that me, like, is this an outer space experience? What's going on? Is there something I'm controlling?
No, I just muted it. Go ahead.
That was what that was.
That was cute.
I thought it was a frequency cutting in on us. I didn't know what was
No,
going
that
on.
was cute. I just muted them. Go ahead.
Oh, but yeah. So like I was saying, get that, we gotta shake them from that where they stand up and start speaking out. That's the first thing. And once you start being able to do that, then you start connecting communities, one with this one here, that was faster. Just start connecting communities together. We got people around here that's doing that. Like I said, Asheville, people don't realize Asheville is a strange place. There's just not enough people doing it. We got people that's doing it, but not enough. And then we got a lot of people that's just scared to come out and stand up and say, hey, we've had enough of this shit. The community's got to come back together. And the only way to get to do that is bring them together. Get your organizations to bring it together. I belong to Young Struggle. That's our thing. We don't care if you're young, if you're old, if you're in between, if you're gay, or whatever. You are human. And our thing is connecting everybody together. Because if everybody's together, then these people that call themselves running shit can't run nothing because they really ain't got no control of nothing because people are running their ass. I put a chart on my page today, and it showed how the Asheville city government runs here. And what it's supposed to be, it says the Asheville citizens, then the Asheville City Council. That means they work for us. The Asheville City Council works for the Asheville citizens. Then underneath the Asheville citizens, you got the Asheville City Council. Then you have your two Asheville assistant city managers, and you have a city manager in the middle underneath them. So now all these people work for the Asheville citizens. But see, they done forgot that, and it's up to the community to come together and let them know it. And we got people, we got people that's getting neighborhoods protected, but we want all the black communities. I want all the black communities back where they should be populated, not killing each other. No, just bringing people back together where people can have a good time. You go from neighborhood to neighborhood without having to worry about any kind of crap. You get along with everybody. But those days are hard to bring back because all the drugs that came in. You gotta work against people selling the drugs because they getting paid to do that. And they might be feeling some kind of way with what's his name getting killed down there in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta. They might be feeling some kind of way about that because that's gonna hurt them. So you gotta deal with that. But you talk to people still where they at. You talk to people where they at. You don't try to force nobody to be where you want them to be. You talk to them where they at. And let them feel you out. You can bring them back into the community. It's going to take work for that, though, but you can do that. You got the homeless population. You can't overlook these people because they're still part of your community. These people out here, you can't judge them because you don't know the situations that's there for them to be out there. Some people might choose to be out there traveling from place to place, and then you got people that's out there with hard times. A whole lot of people down here lost their houses, their homes, their trailers, whatever they had when the floods from Helene came through, because there wasn't no damn hurricane. When the floods from Helene came through here and washed damn near everything away from here, especially people's lives. And you got people out here that's homeless from that because the FEMA shit, Trump and them ain't giving no help up. But they ain't sending no money up here for these people. So you got to try to work for them and keep them a part of the community and don't let them feel neglected as well. So I mean, you gotta have a heart to work for people. You gotta be having a heart to try to unite the community. And that's where you're going to start with the heart. Somebody in the community got to stand up. Get a bunch of people in the community to stand up. You know, and go from one community to the next community. Find people in this other community and connect with them, and start bringing communities back together.
You know what?
That's how we gonna overcome this bullshit. Because I'm
You
telling you
know what,
what,
though?
before this cat gets up out of office, we're gonna have to come together if we're gonna survive this shit.
Got no choice.
Killing each other off, not having resources for each other. It's gonna, hey, we're gonna have to come together. I'm echoing back.
I just wanted to read the comments real quick so they can make sense. Before you go. Oh, what did I just do? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was pushing the button. All right. So, let me go back. Okay. This is why when you guys were talking, Douglas said the reality is he gave us vision. He told us, and I agree with Chanel, and he is fulfilling everything he said he would do. And then he also says we need to empower our people to vote in 2026. Shift the government, put people in power that makes good decisions for our communities. Not done. We got some more. And then if we don't turn out the vote at the midterm election 2027 through 2027, 2028, it's going to be off the chain. Watch this dude flex power because nobody says no. And Jabez said, vote everybody out from Congress, senators, and all the old MFers.
So now,
And then Bosco said, me and my dumbass almost missed this again. And then Jabez spoke to Bosco. And then Bosco said, these old ass yahoos need to go. They don't know. They don't want to relinquish the power they've had for so many years. They know they will fall into obscurity.
Yeah. They're gonna fall into obscurity anyway. Because you know why? 100 years from now, nobody's gonna give a shit.
Speaking of not giving a shit, can I add something to something that Paul said?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit when he was talking about homelessness, and he was saying, you know, some people don't know why people are homeless, and we always say the most vulnerable population in America is homeless people, elderly, children, disabled, you know, whatever. So I agree with him. A lot of people, there's whatever the circumstances was or been through trauma. But I look at it like people who turn their nose up or look down on or always judging people that's homeless. One, a lot of people judge what they don't understand or what they can't do. Because sometimes some people can't look outside of their own lens. Or okay, yes, be grateful that you may not have had that experience. But also don't knock the next person when you don't know what other people's circumstances are. So I just wanted to say people need to educate themselves on some of the reasons why. It's not just because everybody who homeless don't get high. They not a junkie. They or just want to be out there. Sometimes it's really some traumatic stuff that happens to people that results in them living that lifestyle. So I just wanted to say that.
Well said.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So let's get into something a little lighter.
Something a little lighter. What is lighter?
Yes.
Okay. What did I say?
Let's get into T.I. and King and then 50 Cent now.
I don't really know what happened. What happened? I just caught like the back end. I've been there.
I don't know, but that little
Back
Simpsons character, is funny as hell.
But why do people keep going at 50? I don't understand this.
He took a allegedly 50 Cent took a snipe at Ti. Ti clapped back, and then the kid gets into it. The
No, he
Simpsons
took a
character
swipe
gets
at the
into it or
wife.
some shit.
He took a swipe with the wife first.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Because he said something about a picture or something. She looked something about her looks or something.
Yeah.
And the little King dude, he came back disrespectful as hell about his mom and all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
And T.I. just sitting back and really saying nothing. But
What he say?
huh?
What is
That's what I caught of it. That 50 took a shot at Tiny about somehow some another about the way she looked in the picture or something. And so then King came back talking about how he should be talking about his mama, blah blah blah, and all that.
But what did he say? Somebody send it to me because I need to see this now. So he put up a picture of who Tiny, but other people been coming for Tiny for years. So for 50 did something real like. Let me see.
I
No,
mean, he
no,
ain't do nothing but usually 50 shit. He just was,
no.
trolling, 50 trolling.
50 is the most pettiest person I know that's got all that money and shit. He just so petty. I guess he bored. But he got receipts about people too as well. So I'm just saying, man, you guys can't let these people run you crazy. But anyhow, the little dude just went off about his mom and shit. You know, T.I. just sitting back not really saying nothing. I guess he gonna respond or whatnot, I guess. So but I'm just saying that's is there a point where you don't is there a point where you feel like you shouldn't cross or let me see, not cross, but what can I say? Start a beef with somebody that has a family with
Look,
kids. You know, y'all might both have been in the industry or whatnot. The king of the South, and I don't know what 50 is supposed to be the king of the North or retired OG or whatever. But I know T.I.
yeah,
was considered the
that
king of the
nigga,
South
that,
one
that
time.
nigga live down in New Orleans now. You know that, right? Because his business ventures are down in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, he lives in New Orleans now. I'm like, this is bullshit. That's that celebrity bullshit I don't get myself involved in. Because it's a clown show. I don't give a fuck what's going on with T.I. I rarely listen to his music. He's okay. He's not my flavor. I barely listen to 50 Cent. I like his older shit before Richard died, before Get Rich or Die Trying. I got a lot of his older shit, and it was a lot better because it was raw. It wasn't polished. It wasn't commercialized.
Right.
Is
You
he
know,
even still rapping? Because anytime somebody call him out on that, he like, I'm not doing that.
right?
But pause. Did y'all see he bought the building? I'm sorry, that's not funny. He bought the
What?
building that Jim Jones and them was doing that podcast from.
I don't know.
And bought
No,
the
he bought it.
yeah.
Yeah, he bought the building.
Now I saw that shit. Jim Jones tried to kick the door down. I was hollering.
Then he posted, "You better fix every door you bent and broke." And I was trying not to laugh, but how petty can you be? That's a different level of pettiness to go and make the purchase with your enemy is having hardship.
First of
And
all, that
then
nigga bought. Did he buy Ja Rule concert tickets?
Yeah. Bought
Girl,
all the
I don't
tickets.
put shit past 50 Cent.
I'm telling you, that man is the king of petty. But I'm saying, still, is there a line that you shouldn't cross with somebody just because they're in the industry and they got a family where they got kids that are impressionable, such as like what he doing now, like talking about this man's wife after all this time. I don't know
Look,
because Tiny always
50,
been a target.
yeah.
people don't care about that shit because if 50 don't care about that shit.
At
Because
all.
50 is the type of dude, and I love how he thinks. Right, it's Machiavellian in a sense, very Machiavellian.
No, but what I will say, even through his pettiness, I love his well from what I can see. I love his friendships that he had with like Yayo and them. You could tell like in their little group, like their loyalty, their respect for each other. They don't speak like Yayo screams it, but you know they don't speak a lot on like the dynamic. But you can see it's just like there. So even with his pettiness, I think if he really rock with you, he rock with you. But when y'all get on that, he just go to Pluto with it.
Well, didn't T.I. call him out for a versus or something?
Yeah, they say he backed out. Somebody in the comments just said that Chris. Wait a minute, hold on, where is that?
I think that's
Chris,
what started.
hold on.
I think that's what started. T.I. called him out for a versus, and then I guess 50 being 50, he then came back with something about his wife.
Oh, he said he
And
backed out. Chris Dixon on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Said T.I. originally got mad because 50 was supposed to do the verses with him and backed out last minute, and they've been going back and forth ever since.
okay, see, it took me a little while to get back there. I know I had it in my memory bank stored up because I know all this shit came from somewhere. That's what I'm saying. I mean, is there a line that you shouldn't cross at that point? I mean, point or what? You just feel like, okay, you backed out. So I mean, so now that means take a shot at his wife later on down the road. I don't know. It just seems like 50. I
Listen,
mean, you gotta understand 50 going. I don't know, be 50.
50 is just petty. 50 petty, and it's expected. No offense, but here in New York, I expect that from the motherfuckers. But listen, I know we on 50, right? But can somebody tell me? Wait, I'm echoing bad. Hold on. Can somebody tell me what is wrong with Eric Benet?
Nothing.
Why the fuck is he having a midlife crisis? I
Nothing.
blame Wikipedia first because it was Wikipedia misidentified him. Who the fuck did they miss? I can't remember who they misidentified him as, but that was like one of the first videos I kind of really seen. He was like, who the fuck is that? But then it's just like every time I see him now, I follow him faithfully. That man is at war with not necessarily a person, an entity of some sort. The government, he can't stand what's going on. He just, and it's funny as hell. He don't seem angry. He just say like he's going through the most peaceful midlife crisis I've ever seen a motherfucker go through. And they like, do anybody know what's going on with him? Y'all don't
I
want to
don't
see?
think that's it. I think he like a lot of the other celebrities that's been like going off. People is sick of this ghetto ass administration we got, and they like fuck this. We gonna make a video. I just think that's what it is. I think people just toy.
Well, whatever he on, I hope he stay the fuck on it because I'll be here for it. Every part of it. 50 Cent, I like 50 Cent too. I like his, his. I don't like the, I just feel like this. At this point, we as the publics know how 50 Cent is. So at this point,
Look,
if you want to fuck with him, that's on your ass.
Look, I know I ain't as petty as 50 Cent, but I am petty, but I ain't on that level of petty.
He definitely a New Yorker. That's some New Yorker type shit.
I just sit back and I just watch. I'll instigate. Yeah, man, you heard what he said about your mama? You gonna take that shit? Man, I wouldn't take that shit if let's say dude I am. I instigate. So I used to be the dude that started an argument, right? I'd argue with somebody, and then somebody come along, and I ask that dude to see what his opinion is, and then they start going back and forth. I ease my way out of it, right? And I just be sitting on the side, just watching them argue, because you know what that's called? Watching two fools argue, right? I like to start the shit and then get everybody else in the room arguing. By that time, I've already removed myself. I'm gone. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit in there. That's what level of petty I'm on. But 50, Mr. Curtis Jackson, I'm going to create a petty award and give it to him because that guy has been petty ever since he came out the womb. Give him the Lifetime Petty Award, LPA. The Lifetime Petty Award. The King of Petty. That guy is petty. That guy is very petty. I was like, damn.
I just want to see who going to be the next. Cause it got to be somebody that can out. Because
And
it's
shit.
when you think he can't surprise you no more. I'm gonna tell you when I realized he has levels that I don't even think he like Pokemon. Like the whole
He
thing
like
with it
what?
was okay. I'm like the little banter he said, mostly stuff that people said. But when he did the documentary, I said, "Oh yeah, he different. He real
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Because he takes it to where they want him to rap about it, but he probably know they can probably out rap him or whatever. He know he gonna go production with it. That's where he gets people. He gets you where it hurts. Whereas though you gonna definitely had to put your money up and had to do a whole bunch of other stuff just to get back. And when they try little stuff, and it's what I like about it is he dish it, but he also takes it.
What happened to
Well,
Big Meech?
But who?
what you mean? What happened to him? What do you
He
mean?
Yeah.
What
doing
happened to
he
him?
doing club appearances. I seen something where he was just at the club.
Yo,
Huh? How
my
much?
man
How
still got the
much?
crazy ass lineup and shit. The
Did he
beard
come?
and the mustache.
Did he come at 50? And 50 had to make him disappear from the set, didn't he? Whatever. I mean, I don't hear about him no more. That's why I was wondering what happened to him.
No, I think it was something with the son, but I think the son he got some issues that he need help with, and that was just he messed a lot of money up from what the I guess from what I was like reading from the different like things I'm putting together. I don't know how true this is, so we can say allegedly. So he allegedly was messing up the money and some stuff with the show because 50 made the show BMF, so they was trying to do a side deal. I
Right.
don't know what the contracts were. I don't know if it was in the contract or not, but they was getting ready to do something else with don't quote me. Was it Rick Ross?
Ross.
It was
Ross.
somebody. Okay.
Ross.
Yeah.
Rick Ross.
Yeah. We talking about 50 Cent and the issue
Big
with
Meech man.
what's his name? What's his
Who?
man name?
Big Meech.
Big Meech. J
Yeah.
Bad who we were talking about. So I said we talking about 50 and Big Meech. So I think it more so had something to do with his son, and he was like, I'm canceling the show because when he was supposed to do what was it, the welcome home party? It was some kind of event. They went to Rick Ross and all of this other stuff. 50 felt some type of way, I'm assuming, and it became one big thing. And he literally did cancel that show.
That's what I'm saying. He canceled Big Meech because Big Meech was supposed to be having a party or something, wasn't he? A
Hmm.
big get together. And then 50 basically shut that down.
But I think it was more so his son, Lil Meech, that was like doing shiesty stuff. And I want to say he got his father caught up in it.
Well, I'm telling you, anytime I found out one thing about 50. I think he come back to here, and then y'all can take it to something else. But when you be messing with him, you better be on point. Cause I met old girl when she came to the Vivica Fox, and she didn't say much about it when she was here. But then I guess when she left here, she finally got on TV and said that she finally got past that shit with 50. But 50, that mother, I'm telling you, man, he got receipts on these people, and he got money, and they just know that mother is savvy businessman, but he's petty, petty, petty. So be careful. Be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear about I knew what I'm sorry. Are we finished with that? Because it was
Yeah,
something I
yeah.
paid
Hmm.
attention to
Go
ago.
ahead.
Have y'all followed the story? What's that boy name? God forgive me because I wasn't supposed to say that. The alleged pastor, McNutt, the one that was up circulating. He was like he had like some adoptive kids, and then one of the sons told the teacher that he was being abused in the house. So the pastor ended up getting arrested, Pastor McNutt. But all of these videos start surfacing because he forced the child to apologize publicly for having him arrested. It just looked real weird and suspect. So I don't know. I've been seeing like headlines or some things. I don't know how true it is. That the child was supposed to be removed from the home. which is glad. But a lot of people are coming forth now. Mind you, he's African American. This took place in Florida, so more people from that congregation or whatever, or people who went to his church, are coming forth saying that he violated them, like other boys, and they were looking at like the harsh eyebrows, and then a couple of weird, I want to say weird videos because it seemed like he's coaching them on what to say in these videos, but like most of the pictures is really like touchy, and he just, I don't know. Have y'all followed this story, or is it just me?
It's probably just
Because
you.
I really want
I'm
him to
not
go to
following
jail.
that
No, I really
because
want him to go.
they're all pedophiles. I've seen enough of this pedophilia shit.
No, but my thing is for you to one, why after the child say that you did this, how was it that you were able to go back? So he's trying to say, yeah, he lied and this is that and the third, and was talking about all the stuff that he do for him. But the boy looked so scared in this video, like scared, and the mother was right there. Well, my thing was, why is she so complacent? And in these situations, it's just I try to analyze the situation, but as a mom, and as a woman, I just can't, because if I'm sitting here, and she was very complacent, like yeah, like pretty much like she was quiet, but her silence was powerful. And I'm like, is he beating on all of y'all? Like I just didn't get
You,
it. But
you ain't talking about the pastor that had on that loud green suit, is you? You might be talking about a different pastor. But
mixed
I'm thinking,
with the two
no,
foster boys, one with the long locks, and then the other one, he had a short haircut. Handsome little boy, but it was, and you could see it was one video that surfaced. I guess it was his birthday or something. The boy was in his room like in his boxes. Why is you trying to tickle him all up on his upper thighs and stuff? Like I didn't like that. And then the mother was
Yeah,
sitting there like,
tickle him up under his leg and shit.
yeah, I didn't. It was very awkward. It made me uncomfortable. So I know this boy was uncomfortable, but the video of him apologizing broke my heart because you could tell as he spoke, like the way he was blinking, how he was, it was just like, I've been trying to follow because I need him to go all the way under the jail.
well, you know the mother's not going to speak out against the pastor. So she sit all complacent, so she's probably heavily into the church and the word or whatnot. But if your son's sitting there acting fidgety, looking crazy and apprehensive and stuff, you need to be coming out of your complacency and become a mother and find out why. I mean, I wouldn't sit there as a mother. I mean, I would. My mom got killed, but I know my mom, the way she was before she got killed, about me and my sisters. Nah, it wouldn't have been no crap like that because my grandma wasn't like that neither. But nah, it wouldn't have been nothing like that. So that's that is telling in itself because shit. Keep it real. The gay shit ain't just start in the church, and it didn't stop. I mean, you had your Eddie Longs and people before him. So now, I mean, just because somebody's a pastor in the church doesn't mean that they are a righteous person. Is Q sleep right there? You guys see that? Q, you all right? Well,
Yeah,
No, he looking at the phone, he reading something.
okay. But yeah, just because they're a
I'm
pastor in the
listening.
church doesn't mean that they're a righteous man.
Hmm.
There's plenty of misleading
Mm-hmm.
wolves in the pulpit.
You want to know, and that's the problem as well because it's so easy to be a pastor because you're looking at it from a monetary perspective.
Yep.
You're not looking at it from I really want to reach out to people, touch people, inspire people. What preachers are supposed to do, pastors are supposed to do, what they're supposed to be chaste, not have any money. You don't use the power of the church to fund your extravaganzas, so to speak. But it's Christianity for profit here in America and elsewhere. remember what they used to do in the Catholic Church. Whenever you felt bad about something, you go pay a penance. You go sit with the pastor in the wooden box. He's on the other side, and you talking through a grate. And forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, and then you confess what the sin was, and he advises you on what to do, and then you give him a little love offering, and then he absolves you of that sin. People have been so far brainwashed with religion, it's ridiculous. Okay? Religion is why there are wars. Think about that. A lot of wars have started because of religion. If we are supposed to be one people under one accord, under one nation or whatever, and this shit, why have we got 50 different states that all have a different interpretation of the same laws? Think about that. 50 states. Each one has a different interpretation of how they will execute the same laws. Sounds divided to me, no?
The ununited states.
It sounds divided. It sounds divided to me. Doesn't make any sense. But we're all supposed to come together in times of tragedy, in times of, national emergency, so to speak. This country was together for about 3 days after 9/11, and then it went right back to the same old shit because that's what they know is the same old shit. That change was uncomfortable for people. That's why they went back to the same old shit. That's why they forgotten about 9/11. That's why they forgotten about a lot of shit. They even forgot about how World War II was. And what we are witnessing now, it's on a path to fucking war. With what Trump is doing, because he's following Adolf Hitler's playbook. He's read Mein Kampf. Okay, Stephen Miller has read Mein Kampf. Stephen Miller is one of the architects behind that Project 2025. And I keep bringing his name up. People don't even know who the fuck he is. That guy, he's basically the mouthpiece for Donald Trump on what to say. That press secretary, what's her name? Levitt? Yeah, her. Cute as a button, but lies like a fucking rug. Lying. And that shit's catching up to her, too. All that shit's catching up to her. She's aging.
She cute. Ain't nothing cute about that motherfucker. That motherfucker made up from the damn top of her motherfucking hairline to the bottom of her motherfucking chest.
I don't care. I'm blind to that. I'll bone her.
That motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you, boy. Once that mask come off, you see him, he gonna say, "Damn,
when that mask come off, that's when I put mine on the dash for the door, and I'm out. And I'm out. And
the white women high, and then look at Chris Nolan. You know, she look like a man without all that makeup on her.
Nah, I would not do that. I would not do Pam Bondi. That chick look like.
What's the subject? I had to step away for a second. Catch me up.
We talking about that cabinet. That look, Cass Patel looks like he's coked out.
I thought we was on to something else. We went back.
Yeah, we're back. We're still there. We're still there.
Huh?
We waiting on you to come back, so we're still talking about that, but we waiting on you to come back.
Yeah. Because you're the host of the show, Coco.
All right, y'all know how I act when I ain't around.
What you mean we don't know how to act when you around? What you mean by that?
I should know how to act when I'm around. Well, before we do all that, let me just start with the business again. I did give my word. And I want to keep it.
Jude. Hey, Jude.
She's doing some stuff too.
Jude.
Here we go. So
I was getting something to drink. My mouth is dry.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm about to meet y'all. All right, so the businesses that we want you guys to support is the Pink Lotus products. You can follow their Facebook page, or you can Google and go to the website. Just Google Pink Lotus products, and the website will pop up. Wonderful products. I thoroughly recommend, especially like the soaps and the hair oils are great. Then we also have Beautiful Rivers Natural Oil. You can follow her Facebook page. On that page, you will see how she makes all of her products. She has videos, what to do, and yes, they both ship. Both of those businesses are based in North Carolina. I have personal experience of purchasing from both of these lovely young ladies. What I will say, they're very professional. They ship from North Carolina to Baltimore, so I know for a fact Pink Lotus products is global. So no matter where you are, you can get some of those products. And I do believe Beautiful Rivers Natural Oil, she will ship anywhere too. Just just know that shipping and handling will be included in the cost, whatever it may be. Also, my friend who makes candle. Sorry, I was being fat. That's my food. So
Basco from the Bronx.
but no, my best friend, I want y'all to keep her in prayers as well. She's also Tiffany McKnight, um, owner and creator of Ambiance Creations LLC. She makes candles to purchase. She makes candles, wreaths, body oils, body butters, body scrubs, whatever you may need for your soothing needs. Go check out her website at ambiancecreations.shop. Again, whatever is ordered is made to order. She used all soy products, nothing harsh, so it's good for your body and all of that good stuff. She did her research before she started this business. I remember when she sold her first candle, it might have been to me, but who knows? So pretty much support her. Great products. Also, then we have Dee Dee's Delicious Treats. You can go to Instagram and go to at Dee Dee's Delicious Treats, and then you'll see the photos, the videos. So she does the treats. She also does decorations for like parties, weddings, baby showers, any event, whether it's private, big, whatever. Just hit her up and talk to her. You can always DM her. Then we have former co-host Basco, the Real Basco Productions. You can please go like his Facebook page, where you can also he posted, which I thought was really cool, samples of his album Old Man Energy Volume 1 and 2. So he has some mixed things going on. You can also just, if you go to Spotify or any like music streaming tool, just put in Old Man Energy or the Real Basco Productions, and the album will pop right up. You will definitely love it. It's a vibe. I think it's more so geared towards um that 35 and up. Like if you like jazz, but you also like hip hop, it gives you that like mixture feel, but something that you can just vibe and chill to, nothing too rah rah, just real laid
Hey,
back.
Coco,
And
Coco, let
then
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Have you listened to some? I know you listen to a lot of the tracks and all of the tracks, just like I
hold
do.
on, because it's gonna keep beeping. Let me go push this button.
Okay, okay.
Wait, go ahead and talk. I can hear you.
All right. Have you visualized like something cinematic in his music in
Um,
certain songs in certain songs?
yes. And
Yeah,
then when he
I
puts the
thought
video
so.
to it, it always makes sense because it
Yeah,
puts you in that creative vibe. Like
I
it's different. It's right capturing.
exactly, and that's why I said I want to help him. I want to help him to try to get this shit blown up because I compiled a list of program directors and shit like that from ChatGPT, and I'm gonna put them in a spreadsheet and try to reach out to them and be like, "Hey, take a listen to this. You'll like this. Play this type deal." You know what I'm saying? Get him more exposure. I'm working on now is that spreadsheet, and I'm gonna construct the email through ChatGPT on what to say, what I need. You know what I'm saying? Do it like that, and then tag Bosco in it so he knows what's going on. Keep him in the loop about what's going on, so he can answer things I can't answer.
Well, that's why they go to his pages. All his information on how they can
Yeah,
ask him
yeah,
stuff. His email, all of that stuff is on there.
yeah. I got all that stuff, so I
That'll be
just
the
gotta
best place
compile it.
to put everybody because he's mainly communicating through his page.
Right.
So the more traffic that you send through that, because he came up last week.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw.
So he came up last week and pretty much gave that info. So yeah,
Yeah,
he told everybody where they
yeah.
can go and follow him. So I just kind of put it
But
out there.
I want to see that project. I want to see that and his other two projects blow the fuck up. They are dope. Dope. If you're a hip hop head, volume one is like energy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm back in the Bronx and shit listening to this. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? It put me in that mind frame.
we can also big up Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast, because one thing I can say is Richie also
Yeah, that
he
too.
supports
Richie's
Casual
podcast is
Convo.
fire too.
Yeah, because he heavily supports Casual Convo. That's number one. So I definitely want to shout out them. So it's like a panel of guys. Sometimes they switch it up. Sometimes they dolo. Sometimes they not. But they cover anything from football to basketball, soccer, baseball, boxing, anything going on in sports. They want to talk about it in a very unique way that only they can. I absolutely adore the podcast. So shout out to Richie Hicks Jr. You can go to YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll also, after this video, like I did the last video, and this will be the final one. For this, I'll put all the businesses in the description, or if you're on Facebook or any other platform, I will put it in the caption so that you can have it after this video. Now, we got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. What y'all want to do?
What you wanna talk about? The line is open. Yeah.
I know you lying. No.
Goddamn
I got a
fool.
story to tell y'all when we get off of here. I can't say it while we live.
What you talking about there? What talking about there?
I can't
What
say
you
it.
about there?
I
What you
can't say
about
it
to
up
talk
here.
about? You can't say it.
No.
As long as you say it and don't spray
What
I
about
can't,
it.
I can't do a story
what about
about this one.
what about
Juice,
them?
Juice know what it is though, but I
What,
can't tell you yet.
what
Well,
about
I
those
can't say it.
people? Hey, what about those people making this man with Tourette syndrome having the nerve to say that's caused him to have some kind of tics to make him
Ah,
say the word nigga? What
that's a
about that?
good one. I forgot about that. Yeah.
What about that?
Can we dive into it Wednesday? Because we
I
only got
mean,
like 4 minutes.
Wait, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and you know, and but they blurred out the free Palestine.
yeah. He got a tick, all right. Sure, he does. He been planning to say that. I'm gonna act like I got the rest. I'm just gonna say nigga freely.
yeah.
Fuck out of here, man. That you pre-planned that shit.
Am I in a text, please?
What happened?
I was asking for
Predominantly.
the send it to me in a text so I can remember it for Wednesday. Only because I don't want to get into it and then we run out of time and all that stuff. But I definitely want to say support all the businesses. Paul, do you have any businesses that you wanted to shout? Because I know you work with some organizations.
I work with Young Struggle, which is an organization that promotes unity in the community, but from our youth to our elders. We do that here in Asheville, North Carolina. We also have a group down in Rutherford, North Carolina. We have a group down in Mississippi. Oh Lord. Yes, Lafayette, Louisiana. I think it's in Lafayette. I'm not sure. You gotta forgive me. I got a good buzz going now. We got a group up in Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, Fayette. It's in Fayette, Mississippi. Yeah, Fayette, Mississippi. Y'all forgive me. I had to get together. So we got 4 different groups of Young Struggle that works in the community, bringing the youth and the elders, everybody in the community together. Like I say, uniting. Not just in the one city, but trying to go from state to state, spread to state to state. I also work with a cooking group called A Sun. which we do private dinners, we do catering, we do Wednesday lunches. I got some friends that run business down here. Tiffany Jefferson, she's one of the best bakers I ever seen. She operates TJ's Indulgence. She's cool. I got a couple of other sisters. I mean, it's just so many people. I don't even want to start getting the name because I've been forgot somebody. So, but just say, hey, like I said, come to Asheville, North Carolina, and just come down doing we got a fall festival. I work with the people who do the fall festival, Lovely Asheville Fall Festival. And that's the yearly annual event. So come down by October 12th, 13th, something like that, and you may see all the people that's out here that's doing something. We're gonna try to have something before then, so if we have something before then, I let people know. But it's just a whole lot of stuff. It's a whole lot of stuff. But thank you. It's a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of people doing their thing.
I'm scared to ask this question. J-Man, what is your business, sir? Because you ain't said it last week. You ain't said it this week. You sent me everything out but your
He
business.
drives.
What
I
is your
thought he
business?
drives.
Watch she
I
put
thought
up
Joe
something.
drives.
Watch she put up something that ain't right. Watch. Just watch. It never fails. But he better get before I'm gonna unlock this thing off. But we are coming to a close.
We're coming to a close. You gotta leave, but even then, you ain't got to stay here. But we got to get the fuck out of here, away from this whole situation. Yeah.
On that note, good night, y'all.